was at Chorlie Flanagan's office in the Department of Justice. I wanted to wish him some Christmas cheer and greetings, some felicitations of the season. Is he there? Oh, don't tell me he's out away foreign. I'd say he misses the old job, the good old days, I'd say he calls it, in foreign affairs. Sure, he probably needs to get a bit of sun on his bones a long time since, and he probably thought he was doing the right thing, coming out that day on Sean O'Rourke and declaring for Leo, and next thing Simon Coveney swoops in and takes his job. Sure, look, it's just as well as in Simon Coveney. He's up there rambling around Stormont, talking to himself and trying to make sense of the DUP and everything since then. And out on Morning Ireland, very excited about a deal that wasn't done at all. Does he not understand the DUP at all? Does he know nothing? Chorlie would not have done that. No. And instead, poor Chorlie is left apologising and expressing regret, asking for pardon, justifying, excusing himself, having to acknowledge his many faults and shortcomings and failings and offering excuses and pleas and everything. God help him, the Crater. Poor Chorley. Yeah, no need for him to be explaining himself, isn't he? Doing his very level best. He is. And Frances, in fairness, didn't she leave the place in a bit of a mess? Oh, no, not she. Oh, God, no, not she. Not the Department of Justice, but the Gords. The Gords. She did, in fairness. She left them in a bit of a mess. But I don't like the way they do be talking about them, like Alan Kelly last week. Shouldn't he be delighted anyone's listening to him? Yeah, giving out about the Gords listening into him, for God's sake. But they talk now about the Gords like as if they're some kind of an unaccountable, unanswerable kind of an organisation, like as if they're exempt from the model code, immune from consequences, as if they can behave whatever way they want. You know what I mean? Like, it's terrible. As though they don't need to explain themselves or answer to anyone or take any responsibility for their actions. Sure, it should take too long to go through all those things. 21 years going through the breathalyzer stuff, But they talk about them like as if they're kind of free from scrutiny. Like as if they're a Stasi-type operation who can act with impunity. As if they're a kind of a repressive intelligence and secret organisation. As if that, they're not like some of my great friends or Gords. Oh yeah, Jackie down here, he'd give you the shirt off his back. But he wouldn't decide who gets penalty points, who doesn't, who gets interviewed after a murder and who doesn't. Jesus, he wouldn't do that at all. No, he would not. Listen, but hopefully he'll have this little bit of a facelift now just to send the Gords in the new year. Isn't Josepha going to open Step Aside? And poor Shell Ross will have to step aside. Oh, listen, another coup. You wouldn't be up to them. Yeah, you wouldn't be up to Fine Gael. But fair play to them. Listen, can you pass on my felicitations to Chorlie, please? Yes, and may joy resound in the heart of all who believe in the Christmas miracle. Happy Christmas.